As promised, here is Module 2, and it is about building. Your email automation is only as good as the list you build. A large engaged audience is the engine that drives results. But how do you get people to sign up? You offer them something valuable in return for their email address. This exchange is the heart of list building. A compelling offer, often called a lead magnet, gives people a reason to subscribe. It could be a free guide, a checklist, a webinar, or a discount on their first purchase. The key is to provide genuine value that solves a problem for your target audience. Think of it as a handshake. You are not just taking an email address, you are starting a relationship by offering a gift. Once you have your offer, you need to make it easy for people to sign up. Place clear, simple forms on your website, like in your blog's sidebar, at the end of articles, or in a pop-up that appears when a visitor is about to leave. You can also promote your newsletter on social media or collect emails at in-person events. The more opportunities you provide, the faster your list will grow. Customer segmentation can be based on various factors, each providing a different lens through which to view your audience. Make sure you stay on the right side of the law. Building a list comes with responsibilities. Email marketing is regulated by laws like GDPR in Europe and the CAN-SPAM Act in the United States. While the specifics vary by region, they all share a common principle, which is respect the user's inbox. This starts with permission. You should never add someone to your list without their explicit consent. This practice, known as opt-in, ensures that you are only messaging people who want to hear from you. Opt-in is defined as the process where an individual gives explicit permission to be added to a mailing list. Compliance also means being transparent. Every email you send must clearly identify who it is from and include a physical mailing address. Most importantly, you must provide a clear and easy way for subscribers to unsubscribe. A one-click unsubscribe link is standard practice. Hiding this link or making the process difficult is not only frustrating for users but can also lead to legal trouble. Divide and conquer. What I mean by this in this case is, if you send the same message to everyone on your list, this will result in a missed opportunity. A recent college graduate has different needs than a retiree, and a first-time buyer behaves differently than a loyal repeat customer. This is where segmentation comes in. Segmentation is the practice of dividing your email list into smaller groups, or segments, based on shared characteristics. By doing this, you can send highly relevant messages that speak directly to the interests and needs of each group. This targeted approach leads to higher open rates, more clicks, and better results. At the end of this video, comment your answers to the quiz. Alright, so you can segment your list using several types of data demographics. This includes basic information like age, gender, location, and job title. A clothing store might send different promotions to customers in warm climates than those in cold ones. Starting with engagement. How have subscribers interacted with your past emails? You can create segments for your most active readers, those who open but rarely click, or those who haven't opened an email in months. An inactive segment could receive a special re-engagement campaign. And as for behavior, what actions have they taken on your website? You can segment based on purchase history, pages visited, or whether they've abandoned a shopping cart. Someone who repeatedly views a specific product category is a perfect candidate for a targeted email about those items. What are their interests? You can also segment based on what subscribers tell you they're interested in, either through a survey or by tracking which links they click in your emails. Now it is time to test what you've learned about building and organizing your email lists. Leave your answers in the comments below the video. Question 1. What is the primary purpose of offering a lead magnet to potential subscribers. A. To comply with anti-spam regulations, like the Can-Spam Act. B. To gather detailed demographic data for market research. C. To provide something of value in exchange for their email address. D. To immediately sell a high-ticket product to new visitors. Question 2. True or false? According to email marketing regulations like GDPR and the Can-Spam Act, you must include a physical mailing address and an easy way to unsubscribe in every email. A. True. B. False. Question 3. A subscriber has visited the running shoes page on your e-commerce website multiple times, but hasn't made a purchase. Which type of segmentation would be most effective for sending them a targeted email? A. Demographic segmentation. B. Behavioral segmentation. C. Engagement segmentation. Question 4. The practice of getting explicit consent from someone before adding them to your email list is known as A. List building. B. Opt-in. C. Segmentation. D. Lead magnet. Question 5. Which of the following is not a good place to put an email sign-up form? A. In a blog's sidebar. B. Hidden in the terms and conditions of a user agreement. C. As a pop-up when a visitor is about to leave the site. D. At the end of a relevant blog post. By focusing on steady list growth, legal compliance, and smart segmentation, you create the foundation for a powerful and effective email automation strategy. Like, share, subscribe if you want more of this. Tap the bell notification icon.